Have you ever noticed something surprising? Your child can listen and learn hundreds of new English words every day, yet struggles to read even a simple sentence? Why does that happen? Is English really random? Or is there a beautiful system hidden behind all this confusion? Today, before we learn phonics, I want to show you something fascinating. I want to show you why alphabets changed human civilization forever and why understanding them properly will completely change the way your child learns English. Thousands of years ago, people did not write using alphabets. Instead, they drew pictures. Ancient civilizations like the Egypt used picture-based writing systems called hieroglyphics. A picture of a bird meant a bird. Picture of water meant water. Picture of a king meant a king. Each symbol represented an object, an idea, or an action. Now imagine this. What if every single word in English has its own symbol? How many symbols would you need to learn? 10,000? 20,000? Maybe even more. Imagine trying to remember thousands of different symbols just to read a simple book. Learning such writing systems could take many, many years. Then, humanity discovered one of the greatest ideas in history. Instead of creating one symbol for every word, why not create symbols for the smallest sounds we speak? That single idea changed everything. Those symbols became what we now call letters. When we join letters together, they form words. Words form sentences. Sentences express thoughts. Through those thoughts, human knowledge could finally be preserved and shared across generations. Science, math, medicine, literature, history, almost everything that we know today has traveled through writing. That is why invention of alphabetic writing system is considered one of humanity's greatest achievements. But then, if alphabets represent sounds, why is English still so difficult? Excellent question. Because English is unlike many other alphabetic languages. Let's see why. Every letter in English has two completely different things, a name and a sound. For example, the letter B. Its name is B, but its sound is B. In the letter C, its name is C, but its sound is K. The names are just for identification. They do not help us read or write the language. It is the sounds of the letters that help us read and write the language. English has only 26 letters. So, naturally, you might think if there are 26 letters, shouldn't there be 26 sounds too? One letter representing one individual speech sound? Sounds logical, right? But that's not how English works. English has only 26 letters, but nearly 44 different speech sounds. These individual speech sounds are called phonemes. Since there are more sounds than the letters, some letters have to represent more than one sound. For a beginner, The fact that every letter has a name and one or more sounds is the first source of confusion while learning to read English. The five vowel letters A, E, I, O, and U represent nearly 20 different vowel sounds. That is why vowel confuse almost every beginner. Sometimes two letters or even three letters work together to represent just one sound. These are called digraphs and trigraphs. For example, sh, ch, I. Each of them represents single speech sound. Sometimes the same letter represents different sounds in different words. Take the letter Y. In yes, it sounds like yes. In gym, it sounds like E, gym. In happy, it sounds like E, happy. In try, it sounds like I, try. See, the same letter but different sounds. Many sounds in English have alternate spellings. That means the same sound can be written in more than one way. For example, the sound E can be written as EE as in feet, EA as in see, IE as in field, EI as in receive, or even Y as in ferry. See, different spellings but the same sound. These are called alternate spellings, and understanding them is one of the most important keys in reading English confidently. Over hundreds of years, people gradually changed the way they spoke English, but many spellings remained exactly the same. That is why English spellings sometimes looks strange. So, does that mean learning English is impossible? Absolutely not. It simply means that English must be learned in the correct order, not randomly, systematically. And that is exactly what this course is designed to do. And that brings me to the three most important questions. In this course, before we learn anything at all, we always ask three important questions. What is this? Why do we need it? And how do we learn it? What, why, and how? These three questions are the foundation of everything we do here. This is why this course is called Ask, because asking the right questions is how the real learning begins. And by the time your child finishes this course, they will not just know English, they will know how to learn anything. Together, we are going to build English one step at a time. Most of the children learn English like jumping into a cold river, sudden, shocking, confusing. In this course, learning is going to feel like a smooth, gentle river that carries your child step by step, where every lesson builds naturally on the one before it. Our entire course is carefully designed in 11 simple steps. The first three steps are phonemic awareness, basic phonemes, CVC reading. Now that you know our roadmap, let us keep this momentum going and begin with the very first step, that is phonemic awareness. Before we learn letters, we must first learn something even more important. We must learn to hear sounds. Let me show you what I mean. Suppose I say a word cat. Most children hear the word cat as one single whole unit. They don't notice the individual sounds inside it. But an experienced reader is aware of something completely different. They hear k, a, ch, three separate sounds. Now let us ask few questions. What is the first sound in cat? K. What is the last sound in cat? Ch. Excellent. What is the middle sound in cat? A. K. A. Ch. Cat. Perfect. Now, here is where a child learns something remarkable. A word is not just one sound. A word is made up of many smaller sounds, and these smallest speech sounds are called phonemes. The ability to hear, identify, separate, blend, and manipulate these smaller sounds is called as phonemic awareness. Notice something very important so far. We haven't looked at a single letter. We have only listened to sounds. If this is phonemic awareness, what exactly is phonics? Once children become aware of these individual speech sounds, we introduce letters and teach them which letters represent which sounds. That connection between the speech sounds and the printed letters is called phonics. In a simple sentence, phonemic awareness helps us hear sounds. Phonics helps us connect those sounds to the letters. And that is the very first step towards reading. But why does your child needs to learn phonics? Because phonics gives children the ability to read new words they have never seen before. Think about it. Everyone teaches 26 letters, but it's humanly not possible for any teacher to teach every single word in English language. There's simply too many of it. So, what does a child do when they see a new word? If they know phonics, they decode it. They break it apart, they read the sounds, they build the word. And how are we going to learn phonics? Through a formulated step by step approach that takes your child from the very start to the complete end. Packed with games, stories, activities, animations, and lots of practice. Along the way, we also will teach every irregularity in this language because we believe no confusion should ever be left behind. So this is a complete start to end phonics course. So do consider subscribing our channel and stay close to activities, animations and much more that is coming your way. I want to leave you with one final thought. Imagine there are two children. Both are 6 years old. One child looks at a word, say cat, and reads it immediately. Other child keeps guessing it. Why? Because one child is smarter? No. The difference is not intelligence. The difference is that one child understands how English language works. And by the end of this course, your child will too. Welcome to this course and remember, always ask. Before you go, I have one question for you. Drop your answers in the comments below. What was the most surprising thing that you learned today? See you in the next video.